Let's let this all load up. This is pretty groovy. Wow, I think the picture quality is a lot better than past live streams. Love it. This is cool. Hi guys, how are we doing? Thought I'd do a little whoa. Thought I'd do a little get back into the whole routine of these streams. I used to do these quite regular. Yeah. Want to try and do one of these once a week. Just talk about random stuff. We've got a new anime season coming. And sup, Maximiliano Orozco Rondo. What a name. That's so cool. How's it going? Yeah, how are we all? Leave a comment. Let us know how you're going. How are you doing? How's your day? You feeling good? You ready for some hype anime conversationalism, if that's a word? Because my God, this anime season has started off with one hell of a bang. My God. Yeah, this season is so good, and there's still so much more to come out as well. I'm hyped. I'm so hyped right now. I literally just finished watching an episode or something just before coming on here, and I'm just like, whoa, get it. It's fall 2023. It's just because it's like I was hyped for the sequels. But this season's not just about the sequels. There's originals. There's stuff coming out, and there's still the stuff, and there's things I still haven't watched yet that's been out. I can't wait for people to talk about all this stuff. See what videos are going to be coming out in the next few weeks. What are people going to be talking about? Because there's a lot to talk about. This season is so freaking good. So yeah, I want to know what you guys are watching. Leave comments so I can gauge what you guys are enjoying, what you guys are watching, what you're looking forward to. And I'm going to tell you what I've been watching, what I'm enjoying, and what I'm looking forward to. I'm so freaking hyped, so freaking hyped. What do you think your favorite anime of the year so far? Damn, of the year so far. I should have made notes on that because there's still quite a few. There's still quite a few to come out. Off the top of my head, you've put me on the spot here. Off the top of my head, so far this year. Let me think about that. I'll come back to that. My anime of the year is Kengan Ashura Season 2. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, actually, no. My favorite anime, well, I might not be the favorite, but from what I can think of right now, I want to scream out, Mushoku Tensei's up there. Mushoku Tensei Season 2 was just so good. I absolutely loved it. I think that's one of the best animes of this year. Might not be the best. I'd have to think about that. I literally came up with notes for this season, because I think we've got Vinland Saga. Of course, Vinland Saga was incredible. I think I enjoyed Vinland Saga more than Mushoku Tensei actually. So yeah, this is going to be wow. This year's got some good ones. But this season, man, because I think I've just watched what could potentially be a contender for anime of the year, and I will get to that. It's in my list, but I genuinely, just after watching the first episode of this show today, I was like, this has the potential to be the best anime of this year, and that's just going off the first episode. But Jesus, this season is just absolutely incredible. I caught up with The Eminence in Shadow. I watched season 1, and then as soon as I finished season 1, on that day, episode 1 of season 2 came out, and wow, it's just carrying on. It's so good. That first episode was one of the funniest yet epic things I have seen, and I'm an Eminence in Shadow fan, mate. I am a big supporter of the whole Eminence in Shadow thing, man. Absolutely sick. Also, if you've not clicked like yet, slap a like on this video so it gets shared around after the fact. But yeah, The Eminence in Shadow season 2, I think it's just, if the first episode's anything to go off, it's just going to stay as epic and cool and funny as season 1 was. And that's a good thing. Keep that going. Eminence in Shadow is just boss. If you've not seen it, get on it. I know I can't really be one to be like, oh, you've not watched Eminence in Shadow, because I've only just watched the season 1 now, and then I was just right on time to watch season 2. But yeah, I'm glad, and every week I'm going to be looking forward to watching The Eminence in Shadow season two. Um, Goblin Slayer season two started off with a pretty decent episode. I was expecting a little bit more from it, but it's okay. It was establishing a new character involved. We had to get back with everyone. We need to know what everyone's doing. But I am looking forward to it continuing. I think Goblin Slayer season two is going to be great. The animation is still just as good. The characters are still the same, and that's cool. Sometimes you lose personalities with characters as you go on into sequels and things. But no, I'm hopeful for Goblin Slayer season two. But the one sequel I was really, really, really worried about this season, which I think is going to be okay. First episode was actually all right. Is the Rising of the Shield Hero season three? It's had a big animation upgrade. I was very impressed with what I was seeing, and I really appreciated that they just skimmed through like what happened in the previous season. Because I think they're well aware we don't want any more of that. It's like we need to mention the turtle, mention a couple of other things. Let's keep moving with the story, and I appreciated that. Very simple story to just keep going, tick us over, give us a really give us a goal as quick as possible, and get us on board. And I like it. I think there's going to be a lot more action in this, considering they've gone into this coliseum to just fight people to make money. So that's going to be cool to see. And we'll just have to wait and see how it goes, because a lot of people did not enjoy the second season of The Rising of the Shield Hero. It did feel very, very rushed, but a lot of people were saying that they were doing that. They were speedrunning it to get to the good part. And if that's the case, and we're at the good part from the original source material of Rising the Shield Hero, I am okay with that. Let's get it. Let's do it. Let's let it do its thing, and let's enjoy it. I think Rising the Shield Hero season three has got some potential there, and I was happy with it. I was happy with the first episode. Raphtalia being as cute as anything. Got to protect that. Amazing. Another one that I was really enjoying, I completely misunderstood what this was about until I watched it, is an anime called Berserk of Gluttony. I was under the impression it's just some guy that gets a weapon and it makes him strong. But that's not the case. It was quite an interesting one where he has, like, it's in a world where people have, like, abilities they're born with, and he has the gluttony ability. So initially he's like, I'm hungry all the time. I'm really hungry all the time, and I'm boring and dull. Um, but that evolves once he finds this weapon that also complements his power. It becomes very interesting one. For new anime, I'm going to watch this season Undead Unluck. Oh yes, that's tomorrow, isn't it? Undead Unluck's tomorrow. Ragnar Crimson, not watch that. Free Ren, there's 5 episodes of that now. I'm going to watch that. Not check that out yet. Pluto, I'm really looking forward to that. That looks absolutely boss. And Shangri-La Frontier is one on my list. I love that first episode. Shangri-La Frontier is so well animated. It looks so good. I love the character. I love the animation, and it's a simple concept, but it works and it's fun. And if you understand game dynamics and playing games and leveling up and stuff and how hard they can be and then translating over, really good. It worked really well. That first episode of Shangri-La Frontier was awesome. I'm intrigued to see how they carry on with the story, though, because they can't just keep doing what they did in the first episode and be like, okay, yeah, that's cool all the time. But yeah, Shangri-La Frontier, I think, has got some potential there for this season. I think it's going to be boss. I think it's going to be cool. And yeah, but Berserker Gluttony was also a good episode. You should give Ragnar Crimson a shot. The first episode is 47 minutes. So is it on Crunchyroll, or do I need to, you know, look elsewhere? And what's it about? Let me know. Boom, boom, boom. Ragnar Crimson. But yeah, Shangri-La Frontier, Berserker Gluttony, they are ones that I think are going to be continuing. I'm going to be continuing to watch. I'm loving it. This season's so good. It's so good. But yeah, and one that really took me by surprise. One that really took me by surprise is My Girl Left the Nest and Became an S rank adventurer. I wasn't expecting a lot from it, but I was very entertained. It had its funny moments, and I was a bit worried after the first episode that it was just going to follow this same like formula as. So she leaves the nest. So this girl's found by her father in the forest in a basket, and he raises her to be an adventurer. And she goes off, becomes an adventurer, an S-rank adventurer, in fact, like the title implies. And then she's like, I want to go see my father. So I'm going to book time off work from being an adventurer to do that. But because she's so good at her job, because she's so epic at being an S-rank adventurer, every time something comes up, she can't. And then, like, three things happen, and it's funny. She can't go see her dad because she has to do these things. And I was worried that, like, it was going to fall into that every episode. But no, the second episode was great. It focused on her dad. It showed how capable he was, that he is a decent adventurer. And the repercussions of those three missions that she did in the last episode fall back onto him, and shenanigans and fun stuff. And yeah, I am very on board. My girl left the nest and became an S-rank adventurer is good. It's not amazing, but it's very well animated. It's a decent story. The characters are enjoyable and very recognizable voice acting cast as well. The VAs are I can't remember exactly 100% where from, but yeah, I recognize the voices. So yeah, that's another one. This season's just rocking it. This season's just rocking it. Free Ren, I've still not watched yet. I have not watched, but there's 5 episodes out at the moment. They dropped the first 4 episodes straight away, and I was just like, I'm intimidated by that. I'm more comfortable with like a weekly release thing, so I can manage me doing YouTube videos and having a full-time job, and then trying to fit other stuff like this in, and things like that. So yeah, but I do want to watch it because Giga did that video ages, like a while ago, and it sounds awesome, and the animation looks really nice. The character design looks cool. So Free Ren is on my list of things to watch because I'm also looking forward to the second season of Far Away Paladin. I finally caught up with that. I found that I dropped the last episode randomly, and I was like, why have I done that? And then I caught up. I was like, that was actually quite entertaining. And season 2 is coming soon. I think it's tomorrow as well. Oh, tomorrow. Today's been a stressful one for watching stuff. Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, and then this other one I'm going to talk about now, which is absolutely just blowing my head. I think this, rolling up the sleeves. Rolling up sleeves for this bad boy. This, I feel like, has got a shot at being like the anime of 2023. This first episode blew me away. This first episode was incredible. The animation was absolutely fantastic. The concept of the story, absolutely boss. The characters, great. And there was a lot of emotion on screen. Sometimes my attention can be taken away from the screen, and I'll like check something on my phone, check the other computer, check my phone for messages. The whole time I was just checking this screen out for the Kingdoms of Ruin. The Kingdoms of Ruin is going to be, if it carries on the momentum that first episode had, potentially one of the best anime of 2023. Concept is that like God made man, and then God made witches, and then he went, "You witches, you ain't bitches. You're gonna look after my first creation, and just they're a bit annoying, but you get on and just be nice, look after them, And then we as humans go, we don't need you. We don't like you. You got magic? We've got science and technology and ways to kill you." So it's like whole big thing on like humanity being like, witches are bad. They're meant to be good, but we say they're bad, so they're bad. So we kill them. We hunt them down. Boom. And then it's like modern era thing, technology kind of world we go into in the future, and we got our main character, and we've got a witch, and they've got this bond, and the things that happen, I don't want to spoil it, but like it gets brutal, it gets harsh, man, it gets really gritty, and I was blown away by it. And the episode ends on such a goddamn epic moment that you're like, I need episode 2, and I need it now, right now. I need the Kingdoms of Ruin episode 2 right now. That is one that should have dropped 4 episodes straight away. Glad it didn't, because I'm going to be hyped for it every Friday now. So every Friday, it's going to be Goblin Slayer, Rising the Shield Hero, and the Kingdoms of Ruin. Boom, let's get it. I mean, there's also Gen V for on Amazon Prime, but we're talking anime here, okay? We're talking anime. But yeah, the Kingdoms of Ruin, I think is going to be like one of the big contenders, man. Oh my god, get on it. But yeah, there's also one that I watched yesterday, and someone reminded me. So on TikTok, I've been uploading. You might have noticed I've been uploading YouTube shorts that have taken from my TikTok channel, just giving like a 60-second kind of like what I initially think of like episodes of the anime that I've been watching as the season's going on. And I uploaded one yesterday called Under Ninja, and I just wasn't on board with it. I felt like the opening animation CGI scene was a bit off. I felt like all the jokes that it tried to make were very forced or just landed flat, didn't really do anything. And I just kind of didn't like it. And I mentioned in my TikTok video that, like, "Oh, I think I'm going to drop it." And then someone's like, "You should give it 3 episodes. That's the rule. 3 episodes." And I was like, do you know what? Fine, because it might get better. It might get good. But, like, just had all these really rubbish, gaggy jokes and just, like, I just wasn't feeling it. Like, I couldn't even tell you what the story's about. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. Like, mad. So, yeah. Ugh. You guys watched any of these yet? Well, is there anything? Because Undead Unluck, I'm looking forward to because Undead Unluck, I started reading the manga. I think I read the first like 2 or 3 volumes of it, and I didn't really enjoy the manga that well. I felt like it was a bit of an odd one. And I said, you know, I'll drop the manga and I'll see how the anime is because they announced the anime adaptation same time as Zon 100, and I still need to watch the Zon 100 one because there's loads of videos of stuff with like episodes having to be aired at different times and blah 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 blah. Blah. But yeah, Undead Unluck, I think I am going to check that out tomorrow when that comes out. So for now, that is all the anime. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. That's 10. Jesus. I normally over like watch like 4 or 5 in a season max, 5 max, and then I'm just like, oh, but this one, I'm like, let's get on it. And I think there's even more that like I haven't got on my list, but like Crunchyroll, like gone, hey, this one's coming out, that one's coming out. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's just on Crunchyroll as well. Jesus. So yeah, what are you guys watching? What are you guys doing? How are you feeling? Support this channel by just staying subscribed and slapping likes on everything. And yeah, got a lot of random stuff that I've been doing. Podcast is dropping tomorrow. First, the pilot. I'm calling it the pilot because I don't really know what I'm doing with it, and there's like segments and things that I want to do with my podcast. But so the pilot for the Pixel Party Pals podcast is dropping tomorrow. I think I'm going to make it a premiere so that like people can leave comments while it's on, and I can gauge what people want or don't want, stuff like that. But it is funny. My God, there's a bit in the podcast tomorrow where me and my mate Dan have like a big like 2-minute argument about Sword Art Online, but like you wouldn't guess what you wouldn't guess what the argument is. You gotta watch it. It blew my head. Like, you know, when people have really, really weird takes on stuff that just completely just like you have to stop and do that questionable face and be like, what? it it happens. So yeah, it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to that, and that should be a regular thing. It's a video one. It's a video as well. It's us on the video. But like I said, it's a work in progress. It's the pilot, and then might not be one out for like a few weeks, but we'll work the kinks out for that. That'll be fun. Like I said, I'm uploading random little reviews to TikTok, and then repurposing them into YouTube Shorts. And then, yeah, every time I find a little random clip, I'll upload it by itself. Loads of reaction videos on the way. If you've guys got any like suggestions or anything, just throw them in the comments section here. I don't know if you want to leave super chats to help support. That'd be amazing as well. Doesn't matter how little or as much. That'd be awesome. I don't know how long I'm going to do this stream for. It's been a while, so I feel like there's not going to be a lot of people here, but I feel like if we do this more regularly, it'll build up more of an audience to check these things out. And I'm quite happy with the picture quality. I feel like the picture quality is the best it's ever been when I've done these things in the past. So that's quite fun to see as well. So yeah. I have sped through all that. I think it's because I'm a bit nervous because I've not done one of these. I'm just speaking really, really fast. Also, as well, like the littlest bit of sugar I drink just goes straight to my head now. I'm taking a month off alcohol because I usually drink quite a lot. So Stoptober. Thought I'd lose a bit of weight, do some good for myself. Temples of body right now. Hardly. But yeah, I think I'll give this like another 5 minutes or so. Just to, I think it's good to like just get into the swing of doing these again. I'll have more topics and things to talk about other than just, hey, here's a list of anime that are out this season, and I really, really like them. But I honestly, guys, the Kingdoms of Ruin is so freaking good. You've got to watch it. It's going to be like one of the big contenders for anime of the year this year. It's just insanely good. Insanely good. And just a reminder to slap a like on this video as well. I've recently finished watching Spy Family, and I finally watched Hunter x Hunter. Ho! Yeah, so I started to watch Spy Family. I only watched the first episode, and I think it's one of those where I try and watch everything at the same time. I just kind of just didn't carry on. But Hunter x Hunter is just phenomenal. Like, did you watch the whole thing? Have you watched the whole thing? Have you watched the Chimera Ant arc? Because I was like peak anime. The Chimera Ant arc is like peak anime. Like the whole Meruem and Gon character like switch is just insane. I won't say anymore just in case you haven't watched the Chimera Ant arc and I'm spoiling stuff. But yeah, man. Oh, Hunter x Hunter's just so good. It's so good. Spy Family is something I need to get back on. There's a load of anime that I need to get back on. Like I need to carry on with Zone 100. Spy Family. Yep, I binged the whole thing in around 2 weeks. Don't blame you. There's like I feel like it's a bit slow paced at first with like the Hunter exam, but then once you get past that, it really does pick up momentum, and you just end up just watching the whole goddamn thing, man. You end up watching the whole thing, and it's just insane. Meruem's character. I don't want to go too much into this, but my favorite thing is the whole comparison with like Meruem and Gon, and how Meruem starts off as an absolute monster, and then Gon starts off like the kindest like human being going, and then at the end of it all, Gon just becomes this absolute beast of a monster, loses all his humanity whatsoever for revenge, and then Meruem's just like, I really like this person I played games with, and I don't want them to die, and I love them, and I'll die with them, holding them, and I'm going to make every person that's watching this cry. Because that's what happened. You feel so sorry for him in that moment. But, yeah. Love it. Love it. Yeah, like I said, super chat donations would be greatly appreciated. You can support the Patreon, $1 a month. The link is in the description, and you get your name at the end of every video I upload. And I'm working on Patreon exclusive content as well. Again, work in progress. I am being a very busy, productive bee. This last week, anyway, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving it. So I'm thinking for the next couple of weeks as well, I'm thinking I'm going to do a live stream every Friday until I can't. But then what I think I'll do is if I can't do it on a Friday, I'll just do it some of the time. I think I'm going to do once a week Just constantly keep up the momentum, keep this going, and leave these up after the fact as well, so people can see that the live streams have happened, and then they can potentially come and be like, oh, they'll be like, oh, I missed out. I can't believe I didn't watch Pixel Party Pals talk about his favorite anime that's coming out this season. He's so funny and entertaining, and his facial hair is absolutely sick, and he has really good style and stuff. And then I can be like, yeah, and then when I read those comments, I can just be like that, and then it's all cool because I'm cool like that. You know what I'm saying? Like what do I need to do with the pose? Is it that? It's like double perfect cell in Devil Armis's videos. It's like that, isn't it? Ha. Every time someone sees me with a picture of those, they always think that I've like edited them on. Like, oh my god, you actually have the glasses. I'm like, yeah, because I'm cool. Duh. And everyone else in this chat's cool because that's why they're watching this. Ha. But yeah, if you haven't slapped a like on this video as well, slap one on. Helps share this, get this share, helps share together, helps get this shared around after the fact. Yeah, God, this anime season's incredible. Like Shangri-La Frontier, I'm not. The animation was awesome, so I think that's what it's got going for it. I'm just not sure it can keep up the momentum. Under Ninja, I don't see it being anything I'm gonna give it those 2 more episodes because I started watching it, but I don't see it being something I'm going to carry on with. And Faraway Paladin, I think the first episode of season 2 tomorrow needs to really be a grabber. It needs to really pull me in because it wasn't like the most amazing anime. It's just the fact that I've watched season 1. I'm like, oh, check out season 2. And yeah, Eminence in the Shadow. That's going to be awesome. What's your favorite anime by any chance? Mine is personally DBZ. Right, so DBZ's up there because of nostalgia. But Death Note is one of my favorites. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is on there as well. Absolutely love those 2 animes. They're absolutely fantastic. When it comes to like story writing, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is incredible. The characters, everything is just the way it all comes together. Boom. Death Note was just like, I think my first time I watched an anime that didn't have like people flying around, throwing beams and screaming at each other, like Dragon Ball. Nothing to say bad about Dragon Ball. Like I said, Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorites as well. I watched it as a kid. But yeah, Full Metal Alchemist and Death Note are definitely the 2 up there that are my favorites. I think Attack on Titan's got to be on there as well, considering how much it's done the last, like, season 3 last season, the way it's progressed into the story. Love it. Attack on Titan is definitely on there for favorites. And I don't know. I feel like putting 5 on. So that's 3. God, because because when we talk about anime, I've not watched any of the Berserk anime, but the manga is like one of my all-time favorites, and I only caught up with that like last year. Waiting for volume 42 to come out so I can read the waiting for volume 42 of the Berserk manga to come out so I can actually read the recent chapters and the message that came with it. But yeah, like what else other than Dragon Ball Z is your favorite anime? Like, because yeah, it intrigues me. I like people that like have variations of stuff, you know, like different genres and things that people like to watch and check out and that, because like I like to vary my genres with anime. Like the Fate series, I couldn't give you like, I think Fate Zero is probably my favorite Fate series, but that's only because I watched Unlimited Blade Works first, and then as I was watching Zero, I was like, whoa. So this is why that character's like that, and this how it affects that. But the whole Fate series itself, just incredible. Like even like I love the spin-offs and things like that. So like Fate Unlimited Blade Works is boss for the fights and that, like, and it just looks gorgeous. But then Fate Zero, you watch it and then it just adds to the story, and it's just wow. And then you start investing into other series, and you watch like say Fate Apocrypha, and you're like, oh, that gives us more backstory on some of the people that have been summoned and stuff, and it's like that's really freaking cool. And then you're like, whoa, this world of Fate is just incredible. And then you watch Lord Elmaloy, and you're like, oh, this carries on from Fate Unlimited Blade Works, but it's Way of the Violet, and it's what he's doing there. And then you watch Grand Order, and then Grand Order has little bits that like go. It's just like the Fate series. I feel like is something that everyone should like accidentally trip into, and then just like make their own little journey, because everyone will tell you what order to watch things, and I think it's really fun that like everyone has their own order of watching Fate. How have we got on to talking about Fate? Um, everyone has their own little like way of watching the Fate series, and I love that because I would never argue with anyone that like they're wrong. I would just question it and be like, "Oh, why did you do that?" That's my approach. It's like, "Why did you want to watch that next?" Because like with me, I always have recommendations on how to watch it, but that's like my personal way of checking it out. But yeah, and that Fate from the last season, the Fate fake, the OVA. I was like, yeah, more Gilgamesh. Blah. I've watched Grand Order, so I get who this person is that he's fighting. And I was like, yes, more Fates oh, I need a new Fate series to watch. But I haven't watched Collide either, so like there's still series Prisma or something or other, and then the Emmy is food something or other, and the things that is like the Fate series is one of my favorites as well. That's how we were talking favorite anime, weren't we? Oh my god. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, I think I'll probably wrap this up. If you want to leave like a super chat or anything to just like support this, that'd be greatly appreciated. You can always go to the Patreon, become a patron, $1 a month, get your name at the end of every video that I upload. And like I said, I got new stuff on the way. The podcast dropping tomorrow, like 8 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. It'll be set as a premiere, so there'll be like multiple notifications of it going out, and then I will be there typing away on my keyboard, asking you questions as it's going on, like, hey, so what do you think of this? Ha! Dan's wrong about Sword Art Online and stuff, because it's a really interesting argument that we have about Sword Art Online within this podcast. And yeah, and then there's going to be other segments as we go on down the line. Like I wanted to have a segment in the podcast where I do a cocktail of the week, but I'm not drinking this month, so due to October, so that is not something that I could do for the guests, but yeah, and then topics of discussions, things like that can be down to you guys. Give us things to talk about. And like I said, I want to do one of these every week. Do it a weekly thing. I think it'll be next Friday, and then next Friday after that. So like Fridays for the next couple of weeks. And then if not, I will do them some other time. And I'll breathe. And yeah, if you've not clicked like yet, slap a like on it. I appreciate you guys being here. I wasn't expecting many viewers for this. Like I said, it's been about 5 months since I've done one of these. It's been 5 months since I've done one of these. So I'm trying to get back into the routine of getting everything down. I want to do live streams, YouTube shorts, TikToks, reactions. I'm going to start doing songs. I'm going to start doing comedy sketches. I'm going to start doing all sorts of other stuff. There's a lot of things going on these next couple of months, baby, and I'm really, really excited for it. So yeah, GG guys, and I will see you all next week, next Friday. Yeah, we'll do it next Friday. Doing live stream on Friday. I messed up the lyrics there. But anyway, yeah, thanks very much. Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments in the comment section. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future. Patreon, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, thanks very much, guys. I will see you all soon. You take care of yourselves. I'll do it that way. I can't see anything out of these glasses. I can't see a thing. I'm having to tilt. God. These glasses are so dumb. But at least I know if I was out in the sun, I wouldn't get blinded, because there's no way any sun rays are getting through these glasses. Because my line of sight is not getting through So there's no way anything's getting back in the other way. Right. I'll see you next week. God. Oh.